check the wind speed if you feel like it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Nobody joined us yet in a whole minute. At least my thing doesn't show anybody being there. Hope I'm really live. Do you see it yet?
Yeah. Yep, Raven's there.
Look at that rushing in that river right there.
I know, you can see
It
the
is
rapid.
screaming through a little channel, right? Aloha Raven, aloha Kim, aloha others. I see there's 7 of you. Thanks for joining us for the evening edition. I decided to call tonight's stuff.
Evening edition.
It's super windy. The lava is covering a lot of the floor right now.
A lot.
Oh my gosh. It is going nuts. So I'm shocked and amazed. It's most of the way across the floor and it is a huge pile. So as soon as we get a few folks joining us, we'll take a look at that river. You can see the river in the lower left-hand corner of the screen actually right now. Really raging in a few spots. See it in that lower left, it's really going crazy. Aloha Opal Guy, Julie, Shroom, Kim and Raven, of course.
I'm going to put that down if you're not going to sit at it.
I'm not going to right now anyway. Right?
Good. I'm going to sit right here beside you.
So we're hoping to be here for sunset. We're hoping it lasts until sunset. It's pretty quiet up here. We drove right in. We got a parking spot at Kilauea Overlook easily. And there's a few people walking around, but it's pretty quiet for the most part, so that's kind of cool. I thought I'd get it a little bit more perfect angle. I think that's the spot right over there. So we're doing good. So let me show you how far it's come, you guys. It's really crazy to see. You can see it's still pretty tall back there. I don't know, we're calling it maybe 300 feet, Kim? Is that what we're saying?
Maybe a little less.
A little less. But here's the river running down. And it gets that low spot where it's real flat. You can see a couple more rivers where it does get to rush off of that flat plain area there. That's kind of cool to see. Can really see it moving. Then those 3 or 4 rivers coming off of that flat spot join into that one.
How do you copy your thing?
Keeps moving around. What's the question, Kim?
How can I send this to somebody to look at? I don't know how to do that. I have to get out of it, I think. Oh.
Sure. So there you can see the big stacks, and I don't know, like this is the front of the flow. It's a little like down there. but it looks pretty tall from here. So if it's pretty tall from here, it's really tall down there. If you guys were on with Scott earlier today, you saw the helicopter down there and the guys down there.
How little.
That gives you a little bit of perspective. So those flow fronts right there that we see
Look at those rapids.
are probably 30, 40 feet tall. At least 20 something. Here's another little chunk over here that's coming this way. So let's go back to the main attraction here.
See the rapids
Which rapids?
coming down from the
Over straight across from us?
left-hand side. Of the,
Oh, okay. Yeah, Kim's talking about these rapids over here. It's really jamming right here. See if I can pull it up a little tighter. Look at it. That's a skinny little channel.
yeah.
And the lava is really flying through there. Sorry guys, we're zoomed way out. Every little adjustment makes a big difference. That's the one I want to try to stop on if I can get it centered up on the screen. Look at that. That is really moving. But it's basically all of the volume is why it's moving so fast.
But like when we looked at it, it was so beautiful.
You can see the little ones right next to it now. See how it's got the lava flow. How it's flowing down. Hey, look, it's parking down there. Yeah, I think that's where we parked there. Yeah. Is it blowing over towards Maui?
Nope, that's not a river for tubing. No doubt about that. It's going to get just more impressive and more impressive, guys. The sun is not going down yet, but it's going to get behind some clouds that are off in the distance. It's nice and clear up here. All the way up here it was raining, and I kept thinking, oh my gosh, we're going to get rained out.
You wanna go? I don't think going up there is worth it though.
It's just because I feel like it's the best view you get.
This is actually a great view, baby girl.
This is the best view. If
Yeah.
you go much further, you start losing it with the cliff.
See, baby, this is the best view we can get. All of this, baby.
I finally got to meet her.
Can't hear it much right now.
I can hear it a little bit.
Yeah, I can. If I turn to my good ear to it. The beginning of this event, what time did this start,
I
Kim?
think 10:30 right
10:30 roughly this morning. So we've been going for a long time already. 10:30 to it's now 5:30 here. We're looking at 7 hours. So that's good. We're here before they call it. Before it quits on us. Hopefully we'll stay till the shutdown. And we'll stay till dark because that lava river I showed you a minute ago is going to look even more impressive in the dark. it's looking more impressive already right now. As soon as that sun gets a little further away. Is that when you're going to be here, Jester? I'll put it on the calendar and see if I can get the team to turn on the valve at the right time. Do you have a specific time on the 8th and 9th that you'd like to have it? I'll put in your request.
Yeah. That might be pretty good timing, though.
Yeah, that is good timing. That's about 2 weeks from now, and that seems to be the norm lately. If there is a norm.
Yeah.
You can't have it. We don't really have a norm, but how's the sound, guys? I'm curious if there's a lot of wind noise or not.
I can hear you. I can't hear the volcano, though. That's okay, though.
Yeah, I don't think you could hear it on the mic the way it is right now, right? We're hoping it gets a little louder because I just asked for it to get a little louder and it did. Can you guys hear that? I'm going to turn the mic to it. That sounds great, Jester. So I'll schedule the eruption for 10 o'clock. We'll have breakfast at 9. It is windy where I'm at, but it's not unbearable.
I see a little bit of red right off this cliff right here on the side. See that? Can you see that? Right off the cliff, this cliff here, right?
Oh, yeah?
See the orange?
I do. That's just a little bit trickling down that hill, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe it's starting to fall off from what was there earlier today.
Well, it's probably coming from the river that was coming behind it, and that's probably like the front of it. But look, there's a river like clear over there.
Thanks for stopping in, Riley. Have a good night.
Why is it stuck on an ad and I can't get out of the ad? 6 seconds and it won't go away.
Unclose and restart it all. Sorry to say. Hey, John. Thanks for joining us at Kilauea. Sunset at Kilauea. Evening edition, I guess I called it earlier.
Yeah.
I was playing around with a couple different names. I didn't know if we would be here till sunset. I didn't know if the lava would be here until sunset. All right, I'm going to go on a little tour of the crater floor because I'm going to wait just a second longer because I want that sun to get away. It's going in and out of some clouds. If you have something, I'd like to put something on. Got some weight in your chair so it doesn't blow away. We planted how many palm trees today, Kim?
I don't know.
Probably 20 some palm trees, 22, 23,
Probably.
if you count a couple of the real little ones. 3 really big ones. 4 really big ones.
That's been in the hotel. Ooh, that jacket feels good.
How's the angle, guys? Getting to see the river running away and the fountain, but I guess while we're here, let's get a little more close up on the fountain.
How tall you think the eruption is?
It got up to 500 today. It's probably about maybe 250 now.
Okay.
Wouldn't you say, Joel?
That'd be a good guess. It's always
I don't
funny
think it's
because they
quite
always give it
300.
to us in meters and then convert to US. So they'll never say 250. Whatever the closest meter is in US is how they'll say it. So they'll say however many meters and then
I still
convert.
think it's about 250.
250.
Yeah.
We don't do it the scientific way like they do all the time. It's 250 in my mind. Once in a while they'll do it the other way around. They'll say 250 and then they'll say 37.5 meters. Not very often they divide the meters though.
So when it first started this morning, did it have a cap or anything on it? Did it burst, or did it just have a opening that it came out of?
It starts real slow. It sort of starts as just a little bit of gurgling and bubbling and splashing. Then it gets what we call a little bit of a dome fountain, and then it starts overflowing. That dome gets bigger, 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 and then it just goes for it. It was high earlier today.
So it's not
It was
as
a
high
big,
as
it was a big
earlier.
fan, and then it got like a kind of like you put your hose on a thumb. Is what the fan was kind of like, and then it got straight up for a little while. Then it got fanny again, and
You're missing the top.
it's pretty big right now.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
It's amazing, huh?
Yeah.
To think that that's 250 feet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's very wide also, right? So it's 200 feet wide.
I was seeing stuff on Facebook a few weeks ago before we came here, and they were saying, "Oh, it's 150 feet or something like that." So I was guessing that maybe it's around 100. So you're saying it's double that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
based upon the distance we're from it.
Yeah, it used to be
We're what are we, about 1.3, 1.4 miles here?
from here, yeah. So 1.3. It used to be the top of the crater was like 600 feet. Well, then it built up,
Right.
then it got to 300 feet. So now I'm not for sure. I think they say 250 from the top. So that's why I'm kind of guessing the top, 250. So it looks like that's about right. It said it did get up to 500 today.
See it oozing? No. Well, we got a heck of a drive. Let's start walking back to this.
Yeah, we were all here for YMA and then we told it was
Aloha, Brad.
Oh, you got to see it this way.
Dedicated to Dolly Parton today. That's pretty amazing. I had no idea she was
And now you've seen it.
sick. Maybe she didn't either.
So you've seen all 3 of them.
80 years is a pretty good life, I'd say.
Oh no.
Got it.
Good job.
I almost sacrificed my
You
hat.
almost did. Yeah.
Have a good night, guys.
I don't know if Pele wants a hat.
She doesn't. She's had them before, though. All right, let's go for a little tour of the floor. All right, sorry guys, getting a little shaky freehand here.
Really good spot for a time.
But there's the river. There's that really speedy spot. And I zoomed the wrong way, of course. That's how I roll. Sorry guys, gotta take a pause here while I try to get my camera to work. There we go. So there's the really fast part. We'll pan across. Here's where it goes kind of two directions. It goes off to the right, behind that black area, and then close to us. And here's where it flows out of that area right there. There's a really big flat, we'll call it lake over there. Then here's where that one trickles back across. Right there, over the lava falls. Let's just pause here a sec. There you can see it heading back across, coming back towards us. So that is the drop down road right over there, Kim, that we can't see anymore. There is no angle there. So we're looking straight across it where the drop down road used to be. Because if you zoom out a little bit more, you can see up at the top where it was. So then we come down here. There's a little piece way in the back, closer to the white wall. But most of it's coming down here, rejoining the other, and creating this big, we'll call it a delta. What do you think? You had a good word? This big, if it was in the water, we'd call it an alluvial fan, right? But this big chunk where the flow front stops. So we'll get back to the main attraction before something crazy happens and it stops on us.
Where are the rapids again? Go back.
The fast rapids?
Yes. On the hill. Coming down.
There's what we'll call the lava falls from the lake-like area across from us. Here's the fastest moving rapids area. There you can see it really jamming.
Say hi to Scott.
Aloha, Scott. Are you out there? I didn't see him.
Look at how fast that's traveling.
We're at Kilauea Overlook, down the hill near the tree. That's our usual spot,
You know what they do? They bite you in the middle of the night.
but we're a little closer to the actual Kilauea Overlook. This is kind of photographer's hill on this spot, we'll call it, right? That is fast moving lava. Back to the star of the show. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind, but it's actually windy enough that it's blowing the camera because of the way I have it mounted. I had to tighten up another spot. Ooh, we could have an eclipse and an eruption same time. I'm afraid the eruption's going to be over before the moon comes out.
Yeah.
And
Not tonight.
I'm also pretty dang sure that if the moon comes up, we're not going to get to see it here. It's just pretty cloudy over
Never
there.
know.
So now that flow front, Kim, has moved so far, it's going behind the cliff. See it down here, the lower left?
Yes.
Sorry guys to tell you something you can't see, but it is, those flow fronts are moving even further away. So did we not come up for the last episode?
Yeah, we did. We were up at Kahuna.
Oh, that's right. We were doing Kahuna last time. Was that episode 53?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we were there for a long time. So why don't we see the road anymore? Anybody got some info on the road? When did the road disappear? Am I just missing it? I guess I'm behind on that, guys. I hate to admit it.
I think what happened though was it got covered with tephra, so you couldn't see it anyway for a long
Yeah,
time.
it got covered in tephra for sure.
Yeah. So I don't think you could see it for a long time.
Yeah, not as obviously as you could before, I guess. So maybe it's there, but it's just tephra covered amongst the other black stuff that doesn't allow us to see it, huh? Alan, I'm hoping for you too, buddy, but it's not going to be going tomorrow, I don't think. You never know. The pattern could change.
Yeah, it could.
Kim, do you have the ability to go to the Starlink app and just see
Yep.
how it's doing?
Doing good.
Ripping.
Yep.
Nice. We're on Starlink up here. We normally have pretty decent cell service too
Yeah.
in this location.
Chad said it's
Thanks, Chaz. I can't believe I didn't really realize that. I guess I thought it was getting close. I didn't know it was gone. When I look over there now, I cannot find it.
the lava is all the way against the wall.
Let's get up there close a minute and see what's going on. I like to see the top. I used to tell people, if you look across the crater and you see that little shelf about a third of the way down, that's the old road that dropped in the crater. Then I told people half the way down. Then I told people a third away from the bottom. And now it's gone. There's our rapids again. Thanks for that, Scott. We're repping our Orchid Isle chocolate shirts. In fact, Brad has some shirts heading his way. They're leaving our place tomorrow. Thanks for doing that, Brad. Excited to see some pictures of you repping the gear. There's the old road. Can't see it. It's gone. Kayla, how are you? Thank you. Yeah, along with that shirts and hat, there's a orange bar. It's pretty special. Kim's favorite is still the mint.
I like orange milk.
There's another, it's harder to see earlier, but now you can see over there, there's a flow front also closer to the white wall. But again, the bulk of it's coming this way. Moving across, moving across. And here's that flow front again here. This is the one that's coming towards us. Let's see if I can lock in here and hold still. We can see it moving a little bit if I quit shaking. Then let's go left again. So over here, it wasn't to the cliff edge yet, but now it's the front. Is hidden behind the cliff. Kim, will you hit that share button and send it to Monica and Lance? They might not even be aware this is going on today. Still raging. It's lower though. Yeah, you know, it's interesting how much fuller this thing's gotten. And will it bury itself? Good question. How full does it get before it breaks and goes somewhere else down rift from here? I was looking forward to the sun going down, because then it will be better viewing, but it's going to get cold when the sun goes down. That's for sure. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. I just looked up, there's 58 of you. That's awesome. Sometimes it's a little hard to find that like button, the thumbs up button. But if you can find it and smash that thing before you get out, that'd be awesome.
I can never find it.
What's that, Kim?
Oh, you gotta just get rid of the chat.
Yeah, you gotta hide the chat for a minute if you're looking at the chat.
I never.
Sometimes on your phone it's different than it is on your TV, than it is on your iPad, than it is on your desktop. Always changing. Yeah.
I got 'em.
What was it?
My glasses.
Something hit me in the leg. I didn't know what it was.
My
Like your glasses.
They went flying. Yeah. There was some cinder on the back of your leg. See those chunks falling off?
So I'm really shocked how quiet it is, guys. Thanks, Dee. I'm really shocked how quiet it is up here. How few people. I guess people talking about the closures and stuff up here due to the storms maybe kept a few people away. Scott was here earlier today. It was busy then. Okay, now that sun's going away. We're going to get to that tricky time to see the lava in its true colors without looking like a cartoon. Sometimes it gets all pixely and cartoon-like when it gets dark. Hey, my live from Kilauea thing is back.
Your what?
My live from Kilauea. I couldn't make that work for a little while.
Oh.
I like to hit that little thing once in a while. And it wasn't working for the longest time. That's the real color right now, Chaz. It's really looking amazing. In fact, let's back out a little bit more. Here's where we are. Give you the full shot here. Michael, those were the days, man. Not that this isn't amazing and impressive, But when you could get up close to it and watch it flow in, that was pretty amazing days. There's the big clouds. What's that? You want to go see the floor?
No, Raven put up a link to the time lapse of the floor
Oh,
changing.
thanks Raven for putting that up. But if you only have one device, don't leave the stream to go see it. Stay here a minute. Check that out later.
Wow, look at it. It's getting dark.
Yeah. That orange is really starting to show up in the dark.
Love it. I'm starting to get cold already. How about you?
What's that?
I'm starting to get cold already. Get my pants on.
Kim's getting out the pants. I should have brought I don't have a hooded jacket in there. Oh, it might be in my backpack. Kim, I'll get it. It's, yeah. Like a raincoat.
Now you have that.
No raincoat?
Mhm.
Okay. I usually have one in my backpack.
In this pocket there isn't. You have a sweatshirt. Go underneath
Yeah,
it.
Chaz, I think it used to be 10 times as deep if you really want to measure it to the bottom of where the fountains are now. That was a 1,600-foot hole. Not quite yet. But I am going to take that jacket out of my, or that, yeah. Look at that hat.
Got it?
Almost.
That'll
The
help.
hood would cover my neck. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Helps a lot. There, this works. Get my collar up.
Yeah, there you go.
It's getting cold up here, guys. It's like 60.
Hey, I have nothing. Put that over. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Put that over. That would block everything on your neck. Wow, look at the floor over here now, Joel.
Uh-huh.
How orange it is. Isn't that pretty? I gotta take a picture of that.
This is that time of night when the camera has a tough time picking the color, picking the exposure. All right, I know this is the main attraction and why we're all here, but it's the right level of darkness to see the floor really good.
Yep.
Time for a floor tour. Get ready for some shakiness. I hope you don't have any motion sickness out there. Here you're going to try to go down the river without making you motion sick. That dark spot again is where it breaks off and goes two ways. One piece that comes towards us, one piece that goes up against the back wall and creates a big flat lake-like area back there. It's all silvery right now because there's still enough light. Then that lake-like area drains back towards us in a couple of places. And here's where they all kind of join back up, right up here. This is a cool spot. I'm going to freeze for a sec.
Remember, Chloe, when we were here last time, there was a rainbow?
So those leaving that high lake-like area running towards us now. And it does have some that stays up there and runs along the back. And that is leaking there, and that is the flow front of that over there creeping along. If we go back here, to the big falls coming back, the two bigger flows join up and come across here. Gotta back out a little bit to see how big that big fan is getting at the end here. So that is 90% across the floor. Just a little further left, actually let's just go there, is the edge of the existing flowy floor area right there. big cracks from the 2018 collapse. All of that lava off the edge of the cracky spot is new. And that is today's. This is the newest Earth on Earth. How about that? Actually, this is a little older. This is a few minutes old. What we see coming out of the fountain is the newest, right?
Yes, down here that is one.
What's that?
Gas is flowing under the top.
It's moving down there for sure. And if we stop and sit still on it long enough, you can see those little pieces advancing. Let me zoom way up there. We're zoomed so far and the wind is probably going to make it shaky, but let's see what we can get. Aloha, South Jordan. Yeah, you had a tornado. You've had a lot of stuff. South Jordan had some crazy winds. You guys have dealt with some fires close by, right? Maybe not in your actual neighborhood, but close by. I can see it creeping a little bit. You guys see it moving?
I can see it.
Super slow. Sorry, Jester. I need to remember to turn off the monetization thing so it doesn't do that so much. I can turn off mid-roll shots, I think is easy enough, but finding that little thing to click, YouTube makes it likes to make it hard for us so we don't remember to do it. And the app I'm using hides it even more. All right, guys, we're working our way back to the fountain here. I know I'm moving a little fast, maybe.
Say hi to my cousin Dale.
Who?
Hi to my cousin Dale.
Aloha, cousin Dale.
Dale.
Gail, sorry. I'm freaking deaf. I'm freaking deaf, and it's windy. So I didn't know. I was thinking I have a cousin Dale, but I don't know that Kim has a cousin Dale. Dale Ehlers. If you're watching, Dale, I already said hello.
Dale Hess. Dale.
But Gail Hess, I know the name now. Once you said Gail, I had it right. Yeah, the crater floor is huge. It's about 3 miles across, 2 miles across. So 6 square miles we just went and took a look at. .22 Hawaii time, guys. We've been up here just about an hour for the evening edition of episode 54. We're a little bit down the trail from Kilauea Overlook. I call it Photographer Hill. How big in meters? Good question. Raven, I got to lean on you for that. So when the USGS does gives out information, they put it out in meters and then do the conversion to feet. So they'll never say it's 250 feet. Whatever the closest meter number is, that's what they'll tell us. We're happy to be here. You know, Chaz, it's funny. I was like, man, we worked hard all day. We're out there planting trees and our bodies are sore and tired. I debated whether we really should come or not. But every time we come, I'm always glad we did. Every time. So that's how I convince myself when I'm a little doubtful. Just get up there. You're always so happy you came to see it. Most people don't get this chance. Here we are, lucky enough. This is just the camera, Chester. It's a funny story. Me and the spotting scope do not get along. Scott laughs at me all the time because I cannot get that thing to work. Kim laughs at me even harder. But all I get is my camera zoom, which is enough. You're welcome, Stein. Yeah, fountain height. Where are we at? What is it in meters we were talking? It's down to 200 feet. Is my guess. Maybe a little less. What do you say, Kim?
I think 200.
200. Kim's the official measuring professional. So, you know, guys, we had a lot of rain from the big hurricane that went by. And it did change the way the tephra is, didn't it, Kim?
It did, yeah.
So the tephra looks like snowdrifts over the top of everything, but it's a little more packed and a little washed away in some places now. But we're happy to share it with you, Chaz. We figure if we're coming here and we're going to see it, we might as well share it. Hey, we talked about the moon. It's up.
Yep. That's what I was saying. It's not quite full.
So we don't have any heat here. JE reading. I don't know if that's how you want to say that. So the tree's not burnt, but it doesn't look great. It's all the trees up here got gassed pretty hard during one of the episodes where we got a lot of gas back this direction. I'm going to zoom you up here and get to see all of these clouds. Making our own weather over here. We are 1.3 miles. Thanks for reminding me. That was the other part of the question, Raven. We can't feel the heat. We can hear it on a pretty regular basis. We can't hear it right now. So while I'm zoomed out this far, I'm going to pan over for the moon. Just because it's there, we got to make sure we see the moon, right? There's the moon. And the crater floor we were zoomed in on before. we go. I fixed the color, guys. It's a little more accurate there.
Yeah, it's funny how that does that, huh?
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, as the sun goes down and it sees more and less white smoke behind it.
Yeah. Raven's getting bombarded with ads.
All right, guys, I got a problem here.
Huh?
I got to zoom you out. My tripod mount just came loose. Bear with me. It's going to be a little shaky for a minute. All right, sorry about that, guys. There we go. Back on track. Every little movement makes a big difference. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We're at Kilauea, obviously. And we are at Kilauea Overlook, just a little bit down the trail from the actual Kilauea Overlook. I like to call it Photographer Hill. This is where a lot of people stop and take pictures. I also call it the tree, but we're not quite to the tree in this location. They've cut off our access to the tree by putting up some ropes further down the trail where we used to go to the tree. If you haven't already smashed the like button, I'd appreciate you doing that. That helps more people find us, more people get to see what's going on at Kilauea. .30. We're going on 8 hours, right?
Yep.
8 hours of eruptive fountaining. The overflows started actually 12 hours ago.
Yeah.
We had our first overflow at 6:30 this morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Jester, we'll do that. You don't need to buy, but we'd love to get together and have breakfast. That'd be fun. And you never know, maybe we'll have an eruption too, as much as we joke about it. We do have a chance that it could happen. The 8th and 9th, you're coming? Are you staying at Volcano House for part of that trip, or are you just coming over from the Kona side? .16 was the first overflow. For more than 12 hours, we've been having overflows.
Wow. Getting lower.
If you check on the Starlink, I'm just kind of curious how the, you don't know how the battery is, do you, in there? You have to touch it to see that.
Touch it here.
No, because that doesn't know the battery's connected. That's just the Starlink. The battery's a separate
I
device. The battery does have a Bluetooth connection. Hilo Hawaiian, great spot. The Hilo Hawaiian and the Grand Naniloa are the only two places I recommend in Hilo. There is a couple other places to stay, and they're not terrible. They're just not as nice.
Far right. Kind of see it back there. It's getting lower.
What are you looking for?
See the flames that are wet in the back.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna zoom it up instead of zooming out then. Yeah, you're right. Just to the right of the fountain, you can see some flames and get red gas coming out of the west vent. Good call, Raven. Good catch.
See it?
Mm-hmm. I can see it with my naked eye almost a little better than the camera lens, maybe. So just to the right of where it's, or right above where it's throwing that splatter,
Wait, there's more.
there's some glowy red. All right. Trying to get the color right, guys. We're 1.3 miles away. It might be time for another crater floor expedition to go see the floor. It's looking impressiver again, right? Impressiver? Is that a word?
Huh?
It's looking impressiver?
Impressive.
More impressive? So here's something else that's kind of interesting. If you guys were watching earlier, you saw the fountains were so tall that it was shooting lava down the right side, and then there was a river that was landing over there on the other side of that cliff. It was running down here, and if you look right down here, there we go, that new really black is part of that river that was running earlier today as it ran down close to the cliff here. So you can still see a little red there. It's still glowing down there. Depending on what angle you were looking at it today, it might be a little different. But let's go on a crater floor visit trip. Here's our fast rapids, where it's a deep, quick moving channel. Here's that spot where it splits and goes two ways. Some of the lava goes closer to the wall, some of the lava comes closer to us. Then it runs down in a couple of different rivers. And that big area in the back creates almost like a little bit of a lake. It's super flat up there, and then it's flat enough that there's a big drop off, so it flows down here. So you can see it running over the edge there. Aloha, Jester. Thanks for hanging out with us. When you come, we'd love to get together. Talk more about living in Hawaii, building houses in Hawaii, and the volcano. So we'll continue all the way here, guys. That's where the rivers kind of rejoin here in a second. Then it gets out here to this big flat spot. Creates this great big fan that I got to zoom out to see on here. And that's been growing. It's thick. When we can see the face of it a little bit more from the side angle, I was guessing it's like 30 feet tall. So that is a big, fat patch of lava right there. The whole crater floor is 2 miles by 3 miles. So that's 6 square miles. That big patch there. I'd call it 80 acres, a half mile square. Maybe a little more. Aloha, Jester. So we'll make our way back up the river here. I think the fountain's getting a little shorter still. As we near the end, I don't want to miss it. Working on color settings, guys. I think that's 30 feet thick, Chaz. That big fan down there. What's that? I'm having a hard time hearing you, Kim.
Somebody asked if you can do Kilauea Iki Trail while the volcano's going up. You can, right?
Yes, Kilauea Iki Trail was not open for a while because of the storm and the power outage, and the road down there was closed. They had trees down and stuff. But it's open again now. I don't know if Kilauea Iki Trail is specifically open.
Oh, that's true.
But it probably will be tomorrow. They've been working on fixing issues all over the park. Yeah, a 3-story building, Chaz. That's exactly right. And it's thick. So the fountain's getting down. I'd say it's between 150 and 100 now even, right?
Yeah.
I know depending on my level of zoom, it might look the same to you guys all the time. But yeah, so you know, we were talking about that fan. Is the Pentagon 2 or 3 stories tall? The Pentagon's 2 stories, as huge as it is. That's the Pentagon down there. How about that? Oh yeah, we can really see the gas coming out of the west vent now, behind the fountain. That gas back there that's getting created right off the crust, right off the back. That's the west vent. The new crack that opened a couple of episodes ago. I don't like to point out stuff that you guys can't see, but those rapids that are running are actually splashing lava in the air like you might imagine water splashing out of river rapids. Let's just see if I can get any of that in the camera without. Aloha, Dorothy. Kim knows before I do who's on. There you can see some of the splashing going on. The channel is deep enough we can't see it flowing solid from our angle, but you can see it splashing as it runs past the bumps and like river rapids. Working on that exposure, guys. There we go. That's a good representation of what we're really seeing. '43 was a great one, honest press. Oh man, that's might have been one of my favorites. I think 34 and 43, and that works out good for me that I can have two numbers and just transpose them. Were a couple of amazing ones. There's actually more people here now than there was earlier. Dang it, guys, there's just too much sky back there when I zoom this much to get the accurate flow. Good move. We're running on Starlink right now, Dorothy. That is awesome. In fact, I need to get down. She still has no power?
11 days.
Oh my gosh. So there are people in our neighborhood. Dorothy is one. She still has no power. I'll bet you smell bad. Have you taken a shower? I'm kidding, Dorothy. I hope you know that. I know you got a lot of friends, but if you need a shower, come over. That's really sad that you don't have power yet. We thought we were in bad shape not having it for, what was it, 6 days? We were 6 days without power. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Chaz. It's interesting to think about it. What's that?
Dorothy heard that.
Oh, sorry, Dorothy. You know I'm only playing. Yeah, it's funny when you think about that. You know, we talk about different fountain heights and stuff. And one time we had 1,700-foot fountains, and we were talking about that the new One World Trade Center, including its antenna, is 1776. So pretty amazing to think that fountains are taller than that. It's really hard to get perspective of how big this thing is down here. I'm going to step away a little bit and check on the Starlink, speaking of that.
You can scoot it over here if you want.
It's down to 14%.
Is it
So we're going to lose the Wi-Fi before too long.
cell service though?
Yeah, we'll probably be fine on cell service. Really, Cindy? Just kidding. Cindy, really? I just like to say, really, Cindy? We're happy to be here for you. Mahalo. You, for watching, I guess. How about that? I see there's 145 of you right now. I'm always amazed how many people get a chance to stop by and say hi. Smash that like button if you would. That way even more people can find us and come see the lava with us. The floor is getting more orange. Maybe now would be a good time to do that before the fountain completely disappears on us and we have no lava. So we're going to go wide and go for an adventure down the river. So earlier when we were talking about the river going two ways, it wasn't as easy to see how it went two ways, one back against the wall and one close to us. In the dark like this, you can see better that it's going two directions. Multiple directions would be better than just two now, because we got a third river that's more obvious out there between the two big ones. Sorry guys, a little shake. The wind is picking up here. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So then here's the big, I don't know what word to use. Big flow patch, delta, fan. One of those might apply. None of them are scientific terms, of course. So that big patch is the edge of the flow. And it's pretty impressive to think. We were looking at it earlier when it was light, and we were talking about the fact that it's probably 30 feet tall. So that's a 30-foot thick patch of lava. Bigger than the Pentagon, if you want to measure it by something like that. Probably more than 80 acres. The whole crater floor is roughly 2 miles by 3 miles. So that's a big chunk down there. I don't know what the volume is or what the weight is, but it's a lot of both. Chaz likes Delta. I like Delta too. Getting smaller. Oh, there's some good angle. I'd work on that color a little bit. That's nice right there, guys. Still a huge fountain, but now you can see some of the gas coming out of that west vent back there behind the fountain to the right. That's pretty dang accurate too, Brad. That's an accurate representation of the color right now. It might be just a little more orange The camera picks up the texture of the lava that comes towards us down the front side falling down. But it's very orange out here right now. Delta Echo Echo is D. Alright guys, I think we'll just sit right here a minute. We get a little lens flare if we move left and right. So at 6:56, we're at 8 hours and 30 minutes of float of fountain. All right. If we make it to 9 hours, I'd be pretty surprised. And by the way it's looking, if we make it to 9 hours, I'd be surprised. Hey, I just noticed that Hawaii Kim put up a new video. Did you just do that just now?
No.
Oh, all right. I just got a notification that Kim put up a new short about about Scott's mango tree. Scott had a mango tree that got damaged in the wind, and we cut it way back and chipped the crap out of a bunch of mango. Cheers, the local IPA. Cheers, Brad. I wish I had a big wave in my hand. That's my. That's about the only IPA I'll drink. Most IPAs are too IPA for me. I got a 13-year-old girl running back and forth, if you hear that. I think she's trying to stay warm. "13 microradians." That means we got to be getting close. It's amazing, huh? Look at the floor. Still a lot of sky out here, guys. I can't back out too much, but I am going to show you in a minute. Because if this stops, all right, we're going to have somebody walk by the camera. There she goes. What's that?
I didn't say anything.
What?
I forgot my tripod in the car. You wanted to go up?
Yep, Brad saw double fountains, north and south. Twins. I'm ready for doubles again. That'd be awesome. I'd like to see doubles again. Oh yeah, since we have a west vent, I'd like to see triplets. Triple fountains would be new, different, and amazing. Yeah, Brad. It was like 50 degrees and pouring rain and howling wind. You guys walked all the way out to Keonekekoi Overlook. The best spot to see from. And man, that was a rough one. I felt for you that day. But you came all this way, you waited all that time, you weren't about to miss it. Yeah, the west vent is more aggressive than before. See it back there, the white gassy spot. That is the west vent.
Can you go out of the picture, please? Yeah? Come on then. Is it yours? Yeah, just
Sure,
sure.
for sure.
Just want to change the
Yeah.
lens for
No worries.
without too much wind coming in.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing.
All right, guys. Aloha, Tennessee, Metal Dragon. Thanks for joining. Glad you got to come see it. Smash the like button so more people from all over the world can see what's going on. I haven't talked about it again in a while. We're at Kilauea, obviously. And we're at Kilauea Overlook on the, I'll call it northeast side of the crater. And we're watching for the end. Right now we've got fountain under 100 feet probably. It's been falling, maybe 100 feet. You think it's 100 still?
It's 100.
All right, it's still 100 feet. We're gonna go for a quick whip around the floor because it's looking amazing in this light. So we're gonna zoom out a little bit. It's gonna make our color get bad, but that's okay because we're gonna zoom back in a minute. All right, so that's where the channel is deep, and you can see it's running, splashing and splattering once in a while to shoot out of there. Let's get over here where it's more impressive. So here we are, getting further out. There's where it's flowing a little more aggressively off that upper platform down to the lower area. Here's where it rolls some more. Where it all joins up. I'm going to zoom out because this big delta, we've decided to use that word, is huge. I was calling it 80 acres before. I think it's growing. Can I just say 86 acres right now? How about that?
What's that?
It's probably 87 actually.
87 what?
It's 87 acres now.
Oh.
The 80 acre delta, it's 87 acres.
Okay.
And growing. So let's pull out a little more and get a big shot here. The Delta of Life. Sit.
You're on every photo now.
Excuse me.
Oh, I
can
am?
you move?
Yes?
Yeah.
There's the whole shot. Dude, you are in the shot.
Yeah.
Still. Sorry guys. I gotta get a little aggressive once in a while.
No, you're way too black.
Stop.
Camera's rolling.
Go back. Come on my side of the rope, please. All right, I'll turn the mic back on. You guys didn't have to hear me being a safety man. I had it muted for that, Kim.
Okay, good. I was like,
More than an hour still until
we'll
tomorrow
stay
morning. You
here.
stay here? Wow.
no,
You
it won't.
won't
It,
go.
it won't go till tomorrow.
I hope
We're
not.
yeah, probably an hour.
We landed today, so we are really happy to see
you
it.
guys. So nice, right? That's awesome. Yeah, it's only probably, well, that's 150, probably about 100 feet. So we got up to 500.
Today?
So I was talking about the fact it was a little quieter here.
An hour.
It was quiet for a while, but everybody's here for sunset.
Well, good thing you caught
We
it.
are still happy that we
It's not only the golden hour, it's the orange hour here at the volcano, right?
Yes. It was can even see the cloud.
Yeah.
You would see it.
we had some messages and we had to, because in the last 10 days or whatever it was already an eruption. And then we hoped, okay, maybe in the next, we are 2 weeks on the island now.
Oh, right.
So okay, we had 2 weeks.
Right.
But it's happening now, the first week already, the first day already.
Yeah, that west vent is pushing.
But yeah, you guys got lucky. That's so nice. You got to see it.
It's awesome.
See how it-
Raven loves seeing that be a vent. I think Raven was the first one to really point it out to me. And everybody's like, oh, it's just a little crack. It's just some sloughing.
Already in Japan and everywhere, but
Nope.
never lava.
Turns out to be a real opening, a real vent.
Then have fun.
It's really pushing back there.
往后推。
We are lucky, Brad. I don't know how long ago you said that, but yes, I just noticed your comment. We're very, very lucky to be here.
你们往那边走，效果是一样的呀，往那边。
I think he wants the camera lens at a different angle. So I think we're gonna make it till full dark, guys. And quick heads up, it looks like Keonekekoi is open. See that, Kim?
I do. I see a lot of people.
There's people at Keonekekoi over there. But that's a pretty cool spot right now for this. They can see this floor, but they can't see any of that on the ridge over there. Oh yeah, I can see some, I guess.
Not yet. We just thought about going now. But
就是2X。
Yeah, they well, if it's not open, people have found their way there anyway. I did see today at like 11:30 they opened the road down there, and that they did say that Devastation Trail parking lot was going to be open. But they didn't say that the trail to Keonekekoi is open. And it would make sense that it might not be, because they've been working on trying to clear trees, and that whole trail is lined with trees. Well, not the whole, half of it maybe. Yeah, it's really, oh yeah. There's a little splatter laying right beside it. I'm not sure if it came from west or not.
No, I think that's.
So we've got a nearly full moon too, guys. Yeah, they wouldn't let people park there if they didn't have somewhere to walk to, right? It's getting a little more splattery. Yeah, it is kind of cool to catch that west vent going off back there. Here's what else is awesome about this location. Is if we pull out, we get to come over here and see this whole system that's been built from the fountain all day long. And actually we're not seeing the whole system, because earlier today when the fountain was raging really high, look how far that goes over. So down here in the black is where the lava was flowing earlier today when the fountain was shooting over the top. So I'm going to get there in a second. There it is down here. So the fountain is up there, and when the fountain was shooting high enough to the right that it was running another river down. This is hot remnants from that river earlier today. I'll fix that exposure in a second, guys. Oh, wow. Yeah, hold on a sec. Before we look at that, we got to back out here again, because there's some amazing lit clouds up here. So look at the color in that cloud. And while I'm panning, I'm going to keep going, maybe just a little faster so we don't have to be gone too long. There's the moon. UFO hiding. That's a good comment, D. I like that one. I don't know if you saw the movie Nope, but that was the premise of that movie a little bit. Try to get the whole crater. I don't think I'm going to have enough zoom to do it. Yeah, I am. There we go. So that flow field that goes to the left goes, well, I was saying 80% before. It's 90% to the edge of the other side of the crater. Sorry guys, we're zooming, it gets a little more sketch here. As soon as I get us in the right spot, I'll edit this or work on this exposure. The fountain is definitely dropping right now, just all of a sudden it dropped, didn't it? For some reason at that other level of zoom, I couldn't get the exposure right. Take my hands off. Then I didn't get everything tightened and the wind moved it. All right, holding still. Thanks guys for bearing with me while I roll around and see everything. Yeah, the west vent is pumping a lot of gas back there. Maybe we'll start seeing some flames out of that when we get close to the end.
Why don't you bring that over here, Joel?
Starlink. We're working purely on cell phone now, and it seems to be holding nicely. It's freezing up here, guys. It's probably like 60. Whew. It's awesome though. Look at it go. I mean, we're gotta be near the end. It's the wind that makes it feel so freaking cold, and the humidity. I don't know.
Must be,
I don't know. Thankfully it's not raining. That's what Kim just mentioned. Because I don't have a raincoat or an umbrella today.
Nope.
Or one of Kim's fancy tents. All right, there's some big pushes here, guys. Like we're getting that falling back splatter from the early precursor stuff. Yeah, lots of glow back there. I'm thinking when we get a finish, we're going to definitely see some flames back there. We usually see flames from south, and we've seen some from west when everything stops. It is funny to think about. We have this giant torch and lava that's thousands of degrees, and we're cold.
My fingers aren't thousands of degrees.
That is true.
Have a good night.
Thanks. Take care. Stay warm. Get warm. You can't stay until you get. There you go. Get warm, then stay warm. Well, it's getting pretty low, guys.
Yeah.
We could have that any moment now.
Anybody need a coat?
It stops. Nah, I wish there was something cool like that. But there will be some extra splatter and probably some flames.
Good call on that. That was you, wasn't it? About get out of the picture.
Oh yeah.
He's like, what are you doing?
I don't know. It happens all the time, and not only that, but it's not very stable over there. He takes a couple extra steps in the dark, and he's a goner.
Yeah.
Like 6 feet closer, it's like, why? You're taking a photo.
He walked right in front of everybody. It's starting to slow down for sure. Yeah.
It's so cool. It goes so fast.
Yeah, it looks like a whitewater river.
Felix, can you see those from the V3, or are you seeing it right here? I've been trying to watch. I've been watching with my naked eye. I don't know how long ago you made your comment, but I see lots of light back there from here. Gonna catch the end?
Trying.
Alright. It's like trying to catch the start. You never know when it's gonna really happen, right?
I see stars.
I saw those first. I saw stars and moons first. Somebody carry me.
Is she gonna be good to go, or should we sit up here? Or should we sit up here and somebody drive up? Or is she gonna be able to go?
Oh, yeah. I think good to go to see stars at Mauna Kea.
All right, guys, here we go. This is gonna be close to the finish in my guess. Well, I'm gonna be right eventually if I keep saying that, right? Oops, sorry about that. No, we haven't felt any earthquakes, Dee, but there is some volcanic tremor just rolling down there underneath us. Nothing that we can feel. Especially when you're shivering as hard as I am right now. It's hard to feel an earthquake when you're shivering.
You got your thing up and around your neck?
I do.
Okay. Put it up all the way to the back.
So you can really see that west vent now. Back there, the big gassy plume to the right. In this camera shot, looks pretty good. You can probably see it from the other cameras too, the USGS ones. Just curious, what's that gonna do? There's some big splashes. Here's some big gassy splashes. This is it. Got your 12 hours, Felix. So as soon as this splashing stops, we're going to back way out. My fingers are too cold. Well, guys, that's kind of it. We're going to see some more splashes, probably a couple more flames here and there. But we're going to see the river slow down and stop. Now it's flames. It's hard to see. Let me pull out and see if it makes it any better. The exposure's tough. There you go. Alright guys, now we're going to have a hard time focusing because I got far away. So the focus is out, but you can see it's just flames back there. A lot of flames from the west now. Yep. Like the oil fields, they got to burn off that extra gas, right? Yeah, those are big flames. Those are, yeah, more 50 feet. Giant flames. Let's see if I can get some focus. There we go. It's a little jittery because of the wind, guys. Sorry. It's blowing pretty good up here right now. Well, guys, I'm going to zoom out for a wide shot. Start packing up my stuff. What's that? What'd you say? Okay. I meant zoom out on the flow field.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's not enough action to watch here, so let's go back to the big total wide shot here. Yep, that's some stuff falling down the back side. Let's go see it real quick. Is it still there? D? Something D wanted to see here, a red blotch behind the vent on the right. There's some remnants of the lava that was flowing off the edge over there earlier. Let's go out here to the wide shot. There we go. That's a nice finish right there. What do you think? That's the end for tonight, guys. Episode 54 is over.
Yeah. I'm glad we got the end.
The evening edition got to catch the end.
Yep.
I'm going to mute the microphone. You guys in the chat get a chance to say goodbye to each other. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hit that like button on the way out. I'd really appreciate it. Let the algorithm know that you like what you see, and you'll get to see more like it. And hopefully it'll recommend ours. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Then we're up here again. You'll get a notification. Ring the little bell. All that stuff is free. Thanks, you guys. I'm going to mute the mic and start packing up. Aloha. Aloha, Kayla, Brad, everybody, Raven, D, Chaz, Felix, that Hawaii Heli Kim lady, everybody else in the chat, Stein, Opal guy, thanks everybody. I can't scroll back for all of you, but thanks so much for joining us.